everybody says that you need protein to build muscle. Your doctor's going to tell you need protein to build muscle. I'm going to tell you need protein to build muscle. Microbiologists, biologists, scientists, anybody with a brain that functions is going to tell you that you need protein to build muscle. It's not going to happen without it. Sorry. But how much is actually enough? Is it 1 gram per pound? Is it 2 grams per pound? Is it a half a gram per pound? Do you think that you just don't need it? You think you're smarter than everybody else and that you don't need protein to grow muscle? Well, in this video, we're going to break down the science behind protein and how much you need and why you need it. It's going to be real quick, promise. So protein is not just a buzzword. I know it's everywhere. They put it on everything. And we're going to go around and we're going to let you know different types of proteins and why most people are getting over on you. So proteins are amino acids. They're made of amino acids. Amino acids are the building block for your muscle fibers. So when you go in the gym, you're lifting, you're doing your little workouts and all that, you're tearing your muscles, which is good. When you tear them, you can introduce protein, which is the amino acids. The amino acids will rebuild the muscle better and stronger. And when you break a bone, they say that when the bone breaks, when it heals, it comes back stronger. That's what they say. I don't know that to be true. I just know that's what they say. But protein, I know that for a fact. This has been studied for decades. This is irrefutable proof. There's no denying that this is how it works. I'm sorry if you don't like it, but that's just how the game goes. Here's the issue. Most people aren't getting enough protein. So most people, they don't understand that there's a minimum of protein that you need. So to just survive and to stay alive, you need 0.36. We'll just round it up to 4. We'll just say 0.4 grams of protein per pound of body weight every day just to function and stay alive and be able to do just a little bit of that. A little bit of movement, standing up, sitting down, things like that. So that means if you're not good with math, 100-pound people need 40 grams of protein per day just to stay alive, just to function, just to walk, talk, and nonsense, well, regular activities. So for someone who is training and someone looking for optimal health, those numbers are higher. So for optimal health, you want between 0.7 grams of protein to 1 gram of protein per day. For people who are training and want to build big, strong muscles, they want those muscles repaired after tearing them down, 1 gram to 1.2 grams of protein per pound of body weight. Now, I'll do the math for you. Not everybody's good at math. So that means the minimum, in my opinion, this is my opinion, and the one for training is complete science. The one for people living for optimal health, that's my opinion. So 0.8, it's 0.8, we'll go down to 0.7. 0.7, you don't train at all. That means if you're 100 pounds, you need 70 grams of protein per day. 70 grams of protein is about 3 chicken breasts a day, 3 hamburgers a day. It's about 3 steaks a day, yeah. So do you think that you're getting that? And this is for untrained people just going through life. Then on the upper echelon, so you want between 70 grams, or this is for a 100-pound person. I know you ain't 100 pounds. I know if you're watching, you're not 100 pounds. So for a person that's 100 pounds, you want 70 to 100 grams of protein every day. So if you're 200 pounds, we double it. You know, the math is pretty simple. Use a calculator. But 200 pounds, obviously 140 to 200 grams of protein every day. Are you getting that? Probably not. We're going to discuss nutrition in a second. So for people who train, 100 pounds is 100 to 120 grams of protein per day to grow back bigger, better, and stronger. So if you're 200 pounds, 200 to 220, the math, it just keeps going. So boom, use a calculator. Anyway, so now we're going to get to the sources of protein and how you can try to get enough protein throughout the day. So you have chicken, you have beef, you have fish, you have eggs, you have turkey. All of these are good options, and you have pork. I mean, I don't eat pork personally, but you know, if that's what you want to do, is a lot of protein in pork as well. So you can eat those dead animals who have given their lives for you to be jacked. If you are plant-based, which I don't recommend, but if that's the lifestyle you've chosen, then you can go lentils, you can go quinoa, you can go tofu. Again, I don't recommend it, but if that's your lifestyle, that's your lifestyle. So if you cannot reach your goals, this is where supplementation comes in. Supplementation not to replace food. You should not be replacing actual food with a drink. So if you cannot get enough steaks, again, if you're 200 pounds, if you need 200 grams of protein in a day, that would be the equivalent of about 8 chicken breasts in a day. It'd be a lot of chicken wings in a day. It would be a lot of steaks, a lot of burgers. It's a lot. It's a lot. And it's hard to reach that amount. It's easy to get carbs, it's easy to get fats, and that's why most of y'all is fat, because it's easy to get carbs and fat. Carbs will store in your muscles and everything, and then it'll overspill, and then it'll turn into fat. Fat is fat. So it's a lot of ways to get fat, not a lot of ways to get jacked. So anyway, that's where the supplementation comes in. That's why you would purchase a protein. You would purchase a protein to make up for where you're lacking in your diet, so that you can get your macros from wherever they're at to the correct amount, so that you can have a great body. And also, protein helps you feel full, so you get a double benefit. Actually, you get a triple benefit, because when you eat protein, your body has to break it down. Your body breaks down all foods. It breaks down protein is really, carbs get stored in the muscle and the liver, so it's not as much breaking down. Fats get this fat. And proteins, because you're breaking down all the amino acids, your body will be using energy. Energy requires calories, so you're using the calories from the protein that you're ingesting to get the job done. It's also important that you're spreading out your protein throughout the day. So I recommend 25 to 40 grams of protein at one sitting. You don't want to really go over, maybe 50 grams at the most. I mean, you can go over, but it's recommended that 50 is normally the cutoff. I'm not trying to make anybody where they have to write everything down, unless that's what you want to do. I don't write anything down, but I've also been doing this for quite some time. So it's up to you, but just make sure you're keeping somewhat of an idea of what you're having. 25, no more than 50 grams per protein per meal. Or, when you do your supplementation, you don't want to go too crazy or too low on the protein. If you want to build muscle, it's important that you train hard, you eat right, and you sleep. And then your body will do the rest. It's a simple concept, but I know people need to hear it. Some people actually don't know it. You don't know what you don't know, so I'm here to let you know. So, if you found this helpful and you want to learn more, hit that follow button. If you know anybody who could use this advice, feel free to share. Definitely hit the like button. And head over to fitnessfirstnutrition.com, and you can purchase some protein or creatine or magnesium. We have vitamin D. We have all types of things over there that are supplements for things that you are not getting in your day-to-day diets. And I'm Gary from fitnessfirstnutrition.com. I'll see you next video.